Okay, let me see if I'm just make sure I'm getting my stuff up here before we start talking. So I've been contemplating what to do over the winter time when I can't ride, and I've decided that the smartest thing to do is to do sort of a little mini vlog sort of thing, talking about bikes, talking about other things going on in the motorcycle industry, stuff like that. Because obviously I can't ride and I can't put out content when I can't ride. So I might as well start this, generate some dialogue, talk to the other people in the group chat, see what other people's thoughts are, and, just give people something interesting to talk about and watch while I'm waiting so patiently for winter to end. It's a long winter in Minnesota here, so I gotta do something. So this is what I'm gonna do. In the first episode today, we're gonna be talking about the brand new Yamaha MT10. And I've got a lot of feelings about this bike. Let's just start by talking about the looks overall of this bike. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Personally, I am not a fan of one particular thing, and that is the headlight of this bike. Where's a good picture? There we go. Let's put that over there. And, oh, no. Let's see if we can bring up just a stock picture here. Okay, that works. And, we'll get rid of that one. Bring this up next to this bike here, so we can have these two, compared. I mean, it's, I'm not loving it. I'm not loving it. I like pretty much everything from the side back, but that's basically just because it's the same bike. I do like what they did with the air ducts on the MT10. Let's see if we can do. Kind of bring up a second video here, and yeah, that looks. Oh, oh my. Okay, this is killing me here. The air ducts look pretty nice on the side. They did a better job with that overall. I think it looks objectively better. It's a little more rounded this time. Overall, it's pretty much the same bike though from the front back. The only thing they really changed style-wise is this little problem area, the headlights. I like the headlights on the previous model. These aren't the ugliest headlights I've ever seen, but they do not fit this bike at all. They do not fit this bike at all. I think this probably would have looked better on the MT7. They're not terrible. They changed anything else? They changed these. This was a good fix. The little radiator fluid reservoir on the left, and they just made them look a little bit nicer. I did think those were very ugly. Those were incredibly ugly, actually, on the previous bike. The seat looks overall the same. I like what they did with the tail. They got rid of that weird fender thing that they were doing. Tail light looks nicer. It's not bad. It's not going to win any awards, but it doesn't look terrible. Back of the bike doesn't look too bad. I think that fixing that tail, pulling that ugly thing off. So let's see if we can go back and look at that one, the 2021 here. Yeah, this little plastic piece, if you watch one of my previous videos, you know that plastic fairing on the back popped off. That's a terrible design. And there's a lot of gaps in there, and it leads right into the seat. I don't know why they did that way. That was terrible. And then, yeah, these things look ugly as hell. They look a lot better on the new bike. And that's smoother. Overall, I think the design of the MT10 has improved, but I do like the old school headlight better. That was, I didn't think it was good looking, but compared to the previous model, I think it's a bit of a downgrade. I do like the fairing on the top of it, but the lights look, I don't know, they just look dinky compared to the bike. They make it look a lot smaller. I'm curious to know what you guys think. One of the things I'm noticing, looks like this frame is a lot bigger now. A lot more exposed this time around compared to the previous model. It's not ugly, it's just kind of boring. Be nice if they could put a little more there. I don't dislike it though. It's not the worst. Overall, it's definitely an improvement. The other thing to talk about, this design. I absolutely love the paint job on the new MT10. It looks so much better, so much nicer than the previous models. I like this blue little detail, the accent there, that red, that looks good, looks nice. It seems like, I believe they've only got two colors. It's just black and this blue. Where is it at here? Compact, aggressive new look. Yeah, it comes in Cyan Storm, which is this paint job. And then Matte Raven Black, which is probably just black. I imagine there isn't much to it other than that. Oh, perfect. We got a comparison here, side by side. I like that. Yeah, look at these headlights. I don't know. What do you guys think? I like the previous generation. It could have used a little work. There's a little fender thing underneath the headlights. I always thought that was kind of stupid. Should have gotten rid of that. I feel like they should have changed the overall design of it a little bit, but kept it mostly the same. Roughed out the edges. This I don't like. The rest of it though looks good. Wow, they did get rid of a lot on the side too. Look at this here. So that was a giant plastic fairing cover piece before, and now it's just kind of a weird little spot on the side, which is why it seems like you see so much more of the frame in the design. It's not, again, it's not ugly, it's just kind of this big, bland, boring piece. Not really necessary to have anything there, but design-wise, it interrupts the bike, I guess is the best way to put it. These reservoir tanks on the side changed. That's so much better. That was a great choice. Great choice getting rid of these ugly triangles. I call them the Doritos. Headlights, turn signals look a little bit better. That paint job looks great. And the tail. I feel like if they were to just swap out that headlight with the old style one, this bike would look so much better. Alright, let's look at some of the stats here. Still a 998 inline 4, 16 valve, 12 to 0 to 1, 6-speed chain, inverted fork, same. Same brakes, ABS. Really not a whole lot has changed. Looks like they've added some nicer tires, Battle Axe Hyper Sports. Seat height has gone up a tiny bit. That's nice. dimensions overall have increased a little bit. It's got a little bit bigger of a bike. Went from 82.7 to 80, or from 82.5 to 82.7. The length, width's about the same, and height has gone up just a little bit, which is fine. I don't think you'd even really notice it though. From it gained some weight from 463 to 467. It's not too drastic. Overall, I still like the MT10. The main thing that was upsetting about the MT10 for me was that they didn't increase the power. One of the things that's kind of bugged me about the MT10 was that when you compare it to its class, you got the Ducati Street Fighter V4, you got the S1000R, you got the KTM 1290 Super Duke. When you compare it to those bikes, it's a little underwhelming, which is why I was hoping with the new MT10 that they were going to give it a little bit of a bump. And I think they got like 2 horsepower or something like that, 3 horsepower gain. Overall, I was a little disappointed in it. Realistically, the only reason I think someone should buy the new one versus an old one, if you can still find one in a dealership anywhere, would be you just like the looks, like the paint job. There is a new display. I believe it's TFT this time around, but honestly, you get everything you need with the old school display. They aren't adding a whole lot, so you're not missing out. And then there's the price tag. It's $1,000 more for the 2022 over a 2021 and below. So you're basically getting the same bike for a little bit less. The only thing worth buying is the look, if that matters to you enough. I love my MT10. I just can't see much of a reason to buy the new one. If they had a crazy horsepower gain, I'd be all over that. But unfortunately, not much has changed in the power department. It's still basically the same bike. I saw a lot of the earlier renderings of the MT10, like this one here. This thing, man. This is what I was hoping the light would look like. This looks a lot like the new MT9 design, but bigger, which was kind of the whole thing with the MT9 and the MT10. It was just a bigger bike. And this design, man, I loved this look. I was really hoping something like this would come out of the works. And fortunately, it didn't. It's a bit of a bummer. That's fine. There's a lot of cool renderings out there. Where's this one? This straight up just lifted from the MT9 and thrown on there. That looks great. I love that look. It could use some sort of fairing. But, no, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's a shame they didn't see something like this popping up out there. 'Cause, man, I would have really enjoyed that. That looks... I can't get a good quality image of it. Where do we go here? Let's go down, see if we can pull up any... No, I'm not seeing too many other ones like that. Let's see if I can search for a similar image. Yeah, search image, Google. Let's see what we got here. So it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's just not... It's not the best, the new one. I feel like that headlight just really... It has such a massive presence on the bike is the problem. It kind of just looks weird. It looks out of place. Like... It looks like it's missing parts, actually, is kind of how it feels to me. Like there should be something more there, but there isn't. Like again, I wasn't a huge fan of the original style headlight, but it looks complete for the most part, if you know what I mean. And then I like this one. Looks complete. Looks like it's supposed to look that way. This one, I actually really like that look. Although it kind of looks like a rip-off of the Kawasaki Z1000 naked bike. So, I don't know. It's not ugly, but I'm not in love with it. And you can see right there, there's the MT9's new design. I don't mind it. And it would have been cool if they had just taken it. Oh, this is the last generation headlight for the MT9 thrown on here, which looks good. Actually looks really good. Just put like a bigger fairing over that, some sort of windscreen. Boom. Absolutely sexy. I don't know. Those are my thoughts on the new design of the MT10. I don't hate it, but I'm not in love with that headlight. It really throws it. And they did fix a lot of the things on the bike that were like ugly. They fixed the vents. They fixed that rear fairing on the tail, which was just poorly designed. And they fixed those weird Doritos that show up on the side of the bike here. Those Doritos sucked, man. They were ugly. They were in the way. They just looked like two big chunks of ugly plastic. It was probably one of the main things I hated about the previous generation design, is those little corner Doritos, I should say. They just weren't pretty in the slightest. These little Doritos, man. I was not a fan of those. Everything else on the bike, though, I like. It's not bad. Alright. Overall, I don't hate the new design of the bike. I was just kind of... I was a little upset they didn't take it further. One of the interesting aspects of the new design is the air intakes on the previous generation. These were fake. They're faux air intakes. I think it's the right side has fuses, the left side has some wiring harness. On this one, apparently they took the ram air intake from the front head or the nose, because between the lights, that's where the air intake was on the previous model, and they put it on the side. So the actual air ducts function in this generation, which looks like, I think they were trying to do that originally, and for whatever reason they must have decided against it. It's not the end of the world. I do like that the air ducts function. It always felt kind of corny to me, but whatever, wasn't a big deal. Those are my thoughts on the MT10. Could be better. It's not the worst. I think it's the headlight, though. That headlight's ugly. I'm not a fan of it. I'll definitely have to see it in person. The MT10 has always been a bike you have to see face to face. A lot of people think it's ugly, and then you see it up close, and you're like, oh, it's actually not too bad. So that's my thoughts on the MT10. Alright, so for the next thing I want to talk about, so I saw this video. It was a Maxxwrist video a couple of days ago. This shit pissed me off, and I'm curious to know what all the other viewers think. Anybody watching this video, I'm curious to know what you guys' thoughts are on this, because I saw this shit and pissed me off. This is, like, I like Maxxwrist. I think he's a good writer. I think his content's great. Oh, hey, Gerald, how's it going? I think his videos overall are fun to watch. I like them. But he does some asshole shit from time to time that really pisses me off. And this is a perfect example of one of the things he does. He does this type of shit. I hate it. I hate this type of writer. So let me give you a general idea what goes on in the video. Maxxwrist looks like he's out riding with his buddies. Sees this Ducati rider on the right here go riding by, and he decides to do his max pass. He goes wheelie past this guy. So let's just watch the video, and then I'll give you my thoughts.
I can't understand you. What did you say? Max pass with Ducati real quick, just for fun.
Just for fun, he says. Like, this dude is clearly, you know, look at him. He's not hauling ass. He's just minding his own business, You know, he's just cruising. And then Maxxwrist decides to get involved. Look at this. Dude's just out for a casual ride. So look at this. You see how fast he passed this guy? This is less than... Let's see if we can slow this down here. Let's see if we can slow this down here. Normal speed, we'll do... 2. 2. Let's see if we can slow it. Oh. Oh my god. Okay, I think I went too fast, actually. Settings. 0.25. Okay, there we go. Look at how... Okay, before we even talk about how close he gets to this guy, let's just take a look. Oh, that sounds awful. Look at how this dude, right here, he starts moving over to the left. You can see it. He's getting closer. He's getting closer to the left side of the road. Maxxwrist comes hauling up on this dude doing 117 miles an hour. Yeah, exactly, Gerald. Too fast. He's doing 117 miles an hour as this dude is moving to the left side of the lane. If this dude, like, you don't know this guy. This guy could be a complete noob, right? He's moving to the left side of the lane. Maxxwrist is coming up at 117 miles an hour. You don't know if this dude's a noob. You don't know if this guy is on his bike for the first time. This is the first time he's ever ridden a Ducati. Maybe this is the first time he's ever ridden curves. This dude could be going, he could be swinging left. He might be, you know, maybe he's swinging left, turn around. You never know. You don't know this dude. You're coming up on him at 117 miles an hour after a turn as he's moving left across the road. And you pass him this close. That's way too close. That's way too close. This dude's just out here casually cruising and you're passing at 125 miles an hour. Right? I'd be fucking pissed. I'd be absolutely pissed the fuck off if somebody passed me like this. Absolutely pissed. You're fucking hauling ass. And not only are you passing him at 125, right? You're not just passing this dude at 125. You're doing it on one wheel. You're doing a wheelie. You're flying by at 125 miles an hour. A rider you don't know. You've never met this dude. You don't know what his skills are. And you just fucking... As he's coming left, you don't know what he's going to do. He could have hit the brakes right there. If you hit him, not only are you dead, but so is the other rider. That is such an asshole move. You didn't just put your own life at risk. At this point, you're putting their life at risk too. That's the thing that's like the most fucked up about this. Right? So that shit had me pissed off when I saw it, right? It was whatever, you know, he could have been like, hey, sorry, I didn't mean to be a dick about it. But then this happens. Let's skip ahead. Here's perfect. That's way too fast. Yeah, okay, so you got like 2, 3, maybe 4 feet. Still, too close. I should be able to fit if you're going to pass someone that fast, you should be able to get a car between the two of you. Then I'm okay with it. You know, that's fine. That's whatever. But when you're passing that fast, complete stranger, you don't know, you're doing wheelies, don't fucking pass me like that. Put a car's distance between you. Yeah, and he just... That's too much. Alright. So we skip ahead here. And the rider pulls up on him.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck are you doing, bro?
I can't understand you.
I can't understand you. See, he's being a disrespectful asshole.
I didn't almost almost hit you.
And, you know, he didn't almost hit you. You don't fucking know that, dude. You don't know if he's gonna fly left. You don't know if he's gonna hit the brakes. You're coming up on him at 125 with 3 feet of distance, 2 feet of distance. Yeah, you almost fucking hit him.
I passed you.
I passed you
In the other lane.
with 2 inches to spare.
I passed you right there. In the other lane. I have it on camera, bro.
Yeah, you have it on camera. You being a fucking asshole. You being an asshole is what you have on camera.
Okay. Have a good day.
And then there's this shit. Bro, this is all he does. That's all he does. Yeah, he proceeds to talk shit after this.
Ducati riders, man.
That right there. Bro, it's got nothing to do with what type of motorcycle you ride. It's got what it has to do with is you being a motorcycle rider and not being a fucking douche. Okay? I don't give a fuck what bike you're on. You pass me like that, I'm probably fucking slap the shit out of you. Sensitive. Oh, I'm sorry. I care about my life. I don't want to get hit at 125 miles per hour, paralyzed. I guarantee he didn't hear them. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, the dude had no idea he was coming up on him. Like, sensitive about someone's life? Oh, bro, you're such a fucking asshole. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
What can you do? He said you really passed me. Yeah.
Like, these dudes. Worst. You are the worst rider. Don't be that fucking rider.
I didn't almost hit you. I passed you.
I guarantee if that was me, if I was this dude on the left here, if I was this guy, I wouldn't be having a calm conversation with him right now. He's being very nice about it. Yeah, it's not good. Maxxwrist, you're a fucking asshole. You're a shitty rider. And the thing I love about Maxxwrist, right? This dude is over here talking all this shit after putting some dude's life at risk, right? So let's look at this. Here's another Maxxwrist video. Crash, Yamaha R1, burns bike up. I think that was one of his buddies or something. Another crash, Maxxwrist official crash completion. Oh god, let's just look at this for a second. Let's just look at this for a second. You know, it doesn't matter if you're a good rider. Let's see if we can. Oh, here's one. Crash completion. Like, see? Right there. It's shit like that. That's all it takes, and you fucking run somebody off the road. You want to do that in your own time, that's fine. Be that guy. But don't put other people's lives at risk. Doesn't matter how good a rider you are. It's very easy to do one little thing and end up like this. Another crash bike. I love him. Maxxwrist is out here talking shit. And he's out here wrecking his bike like this. Like, bro. Not only you're such a sketchy ass rider, you put your own life at risk on a regular fucking basis. Don't put other people's lives at risk. Don't be that dude. That's a dick fucking move. I can't stand that shit. And I know so many riders like that too, is the thing that pisses me off. They think because they're good at going fast, you can't be an asshole. But yeah, the point being, this dude has been in, like, you search his name on YouTube and crash, crash, Maxxwrist crash, aftermath. Like, look at this, is you and your buddy. What happens if you were riding there next to that dude with this Ducati and you put him in that situation? They gotta call a fucking helicopter for him because you fucked his shit up. Don't be that asshole. That's the worst. You are the worst type of rider. Don't be that guy. And then when you get called out on your bullshit, don't be this guy. Don't do this shit.
Ducati riders, man.
Don't be that guy. It's fucking, you're such an asshole. You might be fast, you might be good at going around corners. Don't be a fucking asshole when you put other people's lives at risk. Anyways, that's pretty much my rant. I'm curious to know what you guys think uh, about this particular video. What do you guys think? You think I'm right? You think Maxxwrist is right? Do you think he was a dick? Do you think the Ducati rider was at fault here? I personally, Maxxwrist is a fucking, you're a fucking asshole, bro. Don't pass somebody like this. My opinion. Yeah, Joe, I stopped watching. I still watch his videos. I don't mind, watching his videos, but he is a fucking asshole. He's like Whistling Diesel, He's good content, but he's a dick. The thing. Let's take a look at the comments too before we close this out. Guy is just having fun and does not want to be endangered like that. It was a bad pass, way too close. Exactly. I like that comment. Uh, Passing somebody at 125, 1 foot of their left isn't cool. If they were not aware of presence, asking for a bad accident or a fight. Exactly. Let's see what the replies on that are. The guy was probably doing over 100 as well. Nah, bro. He was doing maybe 80. Yeah, this dude was doing like 70, 80 miles an hour when you're passing that fast. So technically, he's not passing me on. It's no different from cars passing each other on the highway. No, it's not. It's really not. It's not different, dude. Other lane, the other one coming out. What do you do? He was in the other lane when he passed. When a car is in the other lane coming at you, do you get scared? No, because you can see the other car coming at you, so you know what to do. This dude probably had no idea Maxxwrist was about to pass him at 125 miles per fucking hour. This guy has no idea what's coming up behind him. He was in the other lane when he passed. When a car in the other lane, yeah, fuck you, dude. You don't even get you don't get the issue here. He probably doesn't even ride. On a track, that's fine. On the road, it's lame move. Yeah. It's Maxxwrist is just an idiotic, selfish rider with no respect. Yes, exactly. Riders without respect are scum. Precisely. I like that comment. I hope he has this concern, or I hope he has this on camera rolling and shows it when he gets his ass kicked. Yeah. I'll see what else. I'm surprised it has taken him this long for someone to get pissed off. They wouldn't fly over the here. You give them as much room as possible, but anyway, you do you. Yeah. You're not learning from your mistakes. Yeah. How many times has this dude been in an accident? But it's just a matter of time. Riding a motorcycle dangerously has always has a tragic end, but please respect other people's lives. Yes. Respect other people's lives, dude. Don't fucking put other people at risk. You're an ass. You're an asshole. This is not cool shit. And I guarantee you, if I had any friends in my group doing this, like I've passed people before, but when I pass people, I pass them way. I pass them like this is Maxxwrist. This is me. I make sure you see me hauling ass up on you, and then I pass way to the left. There's at least a car space between us. I don't pass on turns, and I don't pass if traffic's coming unless I know I'm getting around. Maxxwrist at its finest. Maxxwrist at its finest. Can't wait for the next crash video. Oh, Gerald, you want to talk to each other? You want to call in, Gerald? Would you like to call in? You got to download Discord. You got to download Discord to call in, homie. Yeah, oh, and I guess, okay, I see what you're talking about, Gerald. Yeah, and we had Cardos, me and my homies, when we ride, we have Cardos to communicate what's going on. So, everybody knows what the hell's happening when we're passing at high speeds. And then you get guys like this that say shit like this. Yeah, Alexander 5 days ago. 124 mile per hour pulling a wheelie. What a nutter. I respect your balls of absolute steel. Yeah, you got balls of steel. And those balls of steel are going to be racked around a fucking tree. 210. Wristy thinks he's going for a high five. Does he really think that? Oh, he thought he was going for a high five. He said, no, you're a fucking dick. Has to be my favorite videos you made, bro. I'm smoking a fatty, laughing my ass off. Hey, you're a fucking douche. After riding street bikes for 30 years, now I can see the Ducati rider being troubled by the pass. I'm sure he wasn't expecting it and it startled him. Yeah, probably scared the shit out of him. It's mind numbing. It's mind numbing. All I'm saying, man, you see me on the road, you pass me like that with a couple of feet doing a fucking wheelie at 124, 125 miles an hour. Don't be fucking shocked when I pull up next to you, get off my bike, and push you off yours and put my foot right up your ass. Don't be that fucking dude. I'll fuck your shit up for that. That's not cool. I don't respect that. And any rider who's been riding long enough would be fucking pissed. Anyways, those are my thoughts on the Maxxwrist video. Those are my thoughts on the new MT10. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm curious. It's not just my opinion. It's not just my opinion. I'm curious to know what you guys think as well. Am I wrong, or is this an asshole move? Am I wrong, or is the new MT10 gorgeous and I'm just biased?